It seemed like the Lakers and Nets were destined to meet in the 2022 finals. The Nets had KD, Harden, and Kyrie, and the Lakers had Russ, AD, and LeBron. But neither one of these teams made the finals. And actually, the Lakers didn't make the playoffs, while in Brooklyn, Harden requested a trade. So we're going to be giving these failed super teams a second chance, and later on in the video, we're going to give the famous Lakers super team that had Dwight Howard, Kobe, Powell, and Steve Nash a second chance to see if they can win a ring. At the end of the first season, Luka Doncic was the MVP, Harden made the All-NBA first team, and LeBron James made the All-NBA second team. Surprised we didn't see more players from both of our rosters who ended up making those teams, but doesn't really matter. This is more about the playoffs and trying to go out and get a championship. For Brooklyn, Kevin Durant was actually third in scoring. I was expecting him to lead the team in scoring, but it was actually James Harden. And for the Lakers, it was Bron leading the way, and then AD, and then Russell Westbrook. And Malik Monk and Kendrick Nunn were also getting some buckets. THT, Melo, Dwight, man, that team was so old. But in the first round, the Warriors are facing the Lakers, while the Sixers are facing the Brooklyn Nets. The Lakers are the 2 seed, while the Nets are the number 5 seed. And the Nets end up losing in the first round in 6 games to Brooklyn, while the Los Angeles Lakers are headed to a Game 7 against Golden State. And in this Game 7, the Lakers are able to get the job done in convincing fashion. I mean, as they should. They were the 2nd seed this season, and they were able to edge out the Warriors in a Game 7 due to a Kendrick Nunn 23-point masterclass. In the second round, we have the Dallas Mavericks. It's crazy that they ended up letting go of Jalen Brunson and how things changed for that team. But we're going to go ahead and be tied up at 1 apiece. Then the Mavs take Game 3. We're all tied up at 2 apiece. The Mavs take Game 5, and they take Game 6. So neither one of these teams could even make the conference finals. And Luka Doncic was on a mission. He had almost a 50-point triple-double. I don't really know what the Lakers were supposed to do about this, and their season is over. For the Brooklyn Nets, KD, Kyrie, and Harden all turned it up for the playoffs. Harden even averaged a triple-double, but it was short-lived. They lost in 6 games in the first round. And for the Lakers, Anthony Davis led the way in terms of scoring, and their big 3 played well, but they just weren't able to get the job done. Neither one of these teams has too much depth, and that was probably a big part of the issue for both of these rosters. Also, if you're enjoying the video so far, man, I might as well beg for subscribers. We're on the road to 20K. I appreciate if you subscribe. If you don't like the videos, then don't subscribe. It's really that simple, man. And for the Brooklyn Nets, we see quite a few guys' overalls go up. And for the Los Angeles Lakers, we also see some progression. But some of that is because I upgraded the players' overalls to where I felt like they should be at for the 2021-22 season. I feel like Russ was probably around like an 85, 86, but he was just a bad fit with the Lakers. And I feel like Harden was somewhere in the 90s. The same goes for Kyrie. So I kind of changed around the overalls to make them more accurate to how I felt those guys played. Hopefully I did a good job. Maybe I don't know ball. Anthony Davis won the Defensive Player of the Year this year. James Harden was All-NBA. So was LeBron James. And nobody else. We've seen both the Jameses, LeBron James and James Harden on these All-NBA squads, but we haven't seen other guys really making it. The Lakers are in the play-in tournament this season while the Brooklyn Nets are the 3 seed. So again, it's not like these teams are dominating the league, even though we're giving these super teams a second chance. But the Nets, they were able to pick up Nikola Vucevic. That's a huge pickup for them. An 84 overall center could be super impactful for their roster. We're going to check out how they made that trade in just a second. And the Lakers, they just have no type of depth, man. They have nobody above a 76 overall outside of their big 3. And that's kind of a recipe for disaster. Now, looking at that Brooklyn Nets trade where they got Nikola Vucevic, they traded Joe Harris and a first rounder. I feel like that was definitely a really good trade that helped out their team. Let's see if that moves the needle for them in the playoffs, though. They're facing the Atlanta Hawks, a very good 2K team. Hey, don't underestimate them based off the players you see and the overalls. Trust me, the Hawks make noise in 2K, and the Lakers have the Phoenix Suns. Remember, this is pre-KD trade, so they don't have Kevin Durant because KD's on the Nets. But the Lakers are the 7th seed going into this matchup, so they're the underdogs, and they're down 3-1. They ended up getting gentlemen swept, while the Brooklyn Nets are fighting against the Atlanta Hawks. They've got a Game 7 here. Can the Nets take down the Hawks? Yes, they can. They're able to go ahead and win by 9 points, a pretty close one in Game 7, and James Harden comes up with 20 points to lead the way. It was really a balanced effort, with a lot of players on the Brooklyn Nets providing scoring. Harden was the leading scorer with 20, but they had a lot of guys getting buckets for them, and that was the recipe for success there, as they're moving on to the second round. In round 2, the Brooklyn Nets are facing the Cleveland Cavaliers, another team that's pretty good in 2K, but they don't have Donovan Mitchell. They have Tyler Hero at their shooting guard spot, though, so we'll see if that's enough for the Cavs to get the job done, or if the Nets can continue their run. It's tied up at 1 apiece. The Nets are up 2-1. The Nets are up 3-1, and they're going to get it done in a gentleman's sweep. The Nets are moving on to the conference finals against the Boston Celtics. Another really good team, a team that has made a ton of conference finals in real life over these past few seasons. We'll see if the Nets can take them down. Game number 1 goes to the Celtics, but the Nets bounce back, taking the next 2. Now the Nets are up 3-1. It's 3-2, and the Nets are going to get out of there in 6. They're moving on to the NBA Finals. Kyrie Irving is your conference MVP, and he's facing Steph Curry in the finals. This is a familiar finals guard matchup, Kyrie versus Curry, and that's what the Warriors roster is looking like. Not too crazy, so the Nets might be able to take them down. 2-0. 3-0, and the Nets are going to sweep the finals. James Harden is your finals MVP, and we're going to run it back one more season just to see if the Lakers can make any noise or if the Brooklyn Nets can go ahead and repeat. But what a run for this team. I think that picking up Nikola Vucevic made a world of difference. Just having another scoring option out there and a good center was huge for this team. Looking at the playoff stats, the Lakers, LeBron James wasn't even averaging 20 points per game throughout the playoffs. I mean, he is old, but it's LeBron, man. You'd expect a little bit more. In the offseason, James Harden got hit with a little bit of regression, but the Nets have some other guys who are going up in overall to balance it out. While the Lakers pick up Mo Bamba, they must have got the script. They also pick up Patrick Beverley. They really got the script. And LeBron's getting older. Russ is getting older. Their roster just isn't very good, man. We'll see if they can do anything. LaMelo Ball is the MVP of the league for this season. Victor Wembanyama is the Rookie of the Year. Bones Highland is your sixth man. And then you've got Evan Mobley as your DPOY, JB Bickerstaff Coach of the Year. And some auto-generated guy as the most improved player. LeBron James is All-NBA this season, but again, that doesn't really matter too much. We're just trying to see what these teams can do in the playoffs. The Lakers are the 6th seed this year, while the Brooklyn Nets are the number 5 seed. For the Nets, it was Kyrie Irving leading the way in scoring this time. Again, Kevin Durant was 3rd on the team in scoring, but the Nets also had 3 other guys averaging 10 or more in James Bouknight, Cam Thomas, and also Nikola Vucevic. For the Los Angeles Lakers, the supporting cast just isn't there. Maybe Mo Bamba can have a generational playoff run and help this Lakers team, but I don't know. It's not looking too good for them. The Lakers were actually in a 4-way tie this season in the Western Conference. Look at all the teams that went 41-41. That is ridiculous. One team went 41-41 and is the 9th seed in the play-in, while the Lakers went 41-41 and were the 6th seed. They end up beating the Rockets in 6 games, so maybe the Lakers can make a run, while the Nets and the Celtics are in a Game 7, where something happened with the scoreboard in the 4th quarter. I didn't really know what was going on, but the Nets went ahead and finished the job. They got the dub despite Jason Tatum's 46 points in this one. KD had 36, and the other 2 members of the Big Three were also playing some good basketball, so the Nets were able to win. But when I went to rule changes, I realized it was because it was the amount of points that the highest scoring team had going into the 3rd quarter, plus 35 to win the game. It was kind of like an all-star game type format for the final score, and that's why the 4th quarter score looked like that. So I went ahead and changed that because I think that's kind of weird, and I don't really think the NBA would really do that. But anyway, we have the Nets and the Cavs in the 2nd round, and the Lakers and the Grizzlies in the 2nd round. Game number 1 goes to the Cavs. Game 2 goes to the Nets. And out west, the Lakers are getting smacked, man. They were down down 3-0. They do fight back and take a couple games, while the Brooklyn Nets get eliminated in a gentleman's sweep, and the Lakers go ahead and lose in 6. So that's going to wrap it up for the Lakers and Nets, at least the 2021-22 Lakers, because we're about to turn back the clock to when the Lakers built that super team, supposed super team with Kobe Bryant, Steve Nash, Dwight Howard, and Pau Gasol to see if they can win an NBA championship. Also, here's a quick little overview of the playoff stats. Bron stepped it up for the Lakers in this one, but it wasn't enough. Neither team got the job done, and between the Nets and the Lakers, we saw one chip in 3 seasons. Now it's time to turn back the clock. Here we go. Kobe, Dwight, Pau, Steve Nash, Metta World Peace, Antoine Jameson, Steve Blake, Jody Meeks. We're about to see if they can get the job done and win an NBA championship. But to do that, they'll probably have to go through the guy who you just saw win MVP and DPOY, LeBron James. LeBron and D-Wade are All-NBA first team. Oh, man, this is about to be tough. But Dwight Howard is on All-NBA first team as well. Kobe Bryant makes All-NBA third team, and the Los Angeles Lakers were able to earn the second seed, going 55-27. So a really successful season for the team. Kobe led the way in scoring. Dwight was right behind him. And then you had Pau and Steve Nash, who weren't really scoring too much for the team, but Nash was never much of a scorer in his career. He was more of a playmaker. In round 1, the Lakers had the Portland Trailblazers with a young Dame. They've got Nick Batum and LaMarcus Aldridge. We'll see if that's enough for them to take us down. We're up 2-0 early on in the series. We're up 3-0. Oh, it's wraps. We're out of there. That's a sweep. And now we have the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've got Kevin Love. This was before they went out and drafted Big Purr, Karl Anthony Towns. So we'll see if we can get the dub here. 3-0. Oh, man. We're running through the Western Conference. Oh, okay. Maybe not. Maybe not. I owe you an apology. I wasn't familiar with your game, T-Wolves. But we get out of there in 6 games. And now we have the Oklahoma City Thunder. If I can press the play game button. My goodness, I kept pressing cancel on accident. My goodness is a crazy thing to say. My goodness. Gosh, golly gee. All right, bro. Anyway, we've got the Lakers and the Thunder here. Series is tied up at 1 apiece, 2-1 in the series. We're up 3-1. Get them out of here, man. Get them out of here. They take a game. We're still not scared. Okay, maybe we should be scared. We're headed to a game 7 here, and we're good. Okay, we're good, man. We're good, man. We don't blow it 3-1. We're moving on to the NBA Finals. Kobe Bryant is your Western Conference MVP, and we're facing Drew Holiday and the Sixers. This was back when the Sixers were deep into the process. They weren't winning anything, but apparently they're making the finals in this simulation. So we're going to see if Dwight and Kobe are 1-2 punch along with Steve Nash and Pau Gasol can get the job done against this team. I guess we got to take down Evan Turner. Like, really, we shouldn't be too scared. Game number 1 goes to us. Game number 2 goes to them. Bro, no way. No way they're up 3-1. I don't understand, bro. This doesn't make any sense. There is no way Kobe Bryant is getting dropped off. No disrespect, but there is no way Kobe is getting dropped off by Drew Holiday. Are you serious? Looking at the playoff stats, our guys did good, but like last time Steve Nash averaged those type of numbers, he was stealing MVPs from Kobe. So like, how did we not win the No, man, my bad, but bro, Steve Nash was averaging like 15, 16 points a game winning MVPs. That is wild. But anyway, going into player progression, we saw a lot of regression from our guys, and we don't really have too much depth, so this could be a rough season. Last year was our golden opportunity to get it done, but now we're probably going to have a little bit more of a challenge out ahead for us. I mean, we didn't even have to face LeBron in the finals. We had to face Drew Holiday and Evan Turner, and we lost. Jimmer Fredette just won a Most Improved Player. We are in some type of different universe. You guys see the All-NBA teams. I'm more worried about the playoffs at this point. We need to lock in and get the job done. Let's get this chip, man. We were still the 3rd seed, even though our guys did regress. They were still out there hooping. A 54-win season is nothing to laugh at. Kobe Bryant was getting buckets, and Devin Eubanks? What? Why did he average so many points? What is going on? He's only a 74 overall. What is happening? I'm pretty confused. Bro, okay, I have it on per 36 minute stats. I was about to say, there is no way that guy was averaging so many points. There's the actual stats. I was about to say, did he really average that many points as a 74 overall? That would have been ridiculous. But yeah, he still averaged more points than Steve Nash. My bad, Steve. My bad, Steve. Steve Nash fans are about to be in shambles in the comments section. In the first round, we got the Denver Nuggets. They're the 6th seed. We're the 3rd seed. And their team it's a basketball team for sure, but we should definitely beat them. Let's go ahead and see. We take game number 1. Okay, we're up early on, and we'll just do the thing where we almost blow a 3-1 lead. There's no way we're actually going to blow a 3-1 lead, right? No, we're going to get it done in game 7. They just had to scare me a little bit, keep me on my toes, if you will. We go ahead and we win by 31 points in this one. Dwight Howard and Kobe, we're hooping, and we're moving on to the 2nd round. Hopefully this year we can get back to the NBA Finals and have a different outcome this time. Getting that NBA championship, that Larry O'Brien. In the 2nd round, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves. We faced them before. We beat them before. Game number 1 goes to them. Game number 2 goes to them. Game number 3 goes to us. Game number 4 goes to them. The 3-1 comeback? The 3-1 comeback? No. We lose in 6 to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Wow. Man, we're just getting cooked back and forth, man. Season after season, we're just losing and losing. We'll run it back one more season, though, to see if we can go ahead and get this NBA championship. I've still got a little hope because we have been a good regular season team. We made the finals last year, so maybe we just need one more year. Okay, maybe not, because Steve Nash, he's not even here on the player progression list anymore, because he decided to call it a career and retire. Oh no, we're going to be missing out on his 10 points per game. My bad. Like, Steve Nash is a cool basketball player, bro. Let me just chill out. We'll just enjoy this final playoff run. Hopefully the Lakers can make some noise in this one, and we'll go ahead and get an NBA championship and end off the video right. Dwight Howard was All-NBA this season. He was on the 3rd team as we head into the playoffs. We're the 7th seed, and I accidentally had the play-in tournament on, so I'm just going to rig it so that we win and we're guaranteed in the playoffs, because during this time period, the play-in tournament wasn't a thing. In the first round, we got the Clippers, the Battle of LA. They got Chris Paul, Brandon Knight, and Nikola Vucevic. I feel like on paper our team's probably still better, but they were the 2nd seed for a reason. They're up 2-0. They're up 3-0. I guess I was wrong. We take a game. We take 2 games. Come on, Clippers. Blow the lead. Nah. We go ahead and we lose in 6. Unfortunate, man. Luke Babbitt gave it his all in that game 6, but it just wasn't enough. We're going to go ahead and lose. Our season is over. Good effort from the guys. Here's the final playoff stats. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you consider subscribing to the channel. Have a great day. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.